Welcome, Capital, to the season opener for the sophomore volleyball teams. I'm your commentator, Mac Noltensmeyer, alongside
Eric Holt.
Today we've got the Capital Eagles going up against the Boise Brave. Is it up? Oh, shoot. Teams are getting ready to take the field. Going to read off the starting lineups. For Boise, we have number 4, Olivia Swenson. Number 3, Nev Sprague. Number 13, Alexandre Gulch. Number 5, no, that's not number 5. Number 15, Audrey Elg. Number 7, Lily Knold. And number 4, Caroline Turk. For Boise, we have number 6, Arena Boss. Number 13, Mabel Collins. Number 8, Finley Aschenberner. Number 12, Keisha Vong. Number 14, Mariah Miller. And number 2, Kira Burrington. Teams are getting situated, and Boise will serve first. Serving for Boise is number 3, Nev Sprague. Hits it up and over the net. Capital does tip the ball, and point goes to Boise. And Capital tips it out of bounds, giving Boise another point. Boise up 2-0. And Boise serves it into the net. Point goes to Capital, and Capital will now get to serve.
Capital today is being coached by Kylie Martin.
Number 8, Finley Aschenberger serving for the Eagles. Boise sends it back over to Capital. Capital got a spike in there. Got a good volley going. And Capital's going to get a point and tie the game up.
Number 14, Mariah Miller, hitting that over the net.
Boise with a nice diving save. Capital with almost the same and can't hit it back over. Boise gets the point and regains the lead. And a substitution, number 7, Lily Knoll goes out for number 9, Maya Lund. Capital sends it back over to Boise, and it's out of bounds. Capital with the point. Not Capital, Boise with the point. Number 15, Audrey Elg to serve for Boise again. And a point to Boise, some kind of fault by Capital. Score now 5-2, Boise on top. Mariah Miller spikes it over, and it goes out of bounds, giving Boise another point. Serves it up and over the net. And ball goes out of bounds again for Capital. Boise with another point. Capital tries to save it. Miscommunication between the players. Another point goes to Boise. And a timeout taken by Capital.
Boise now up 8-2.
Key players to watch on both sides. For Capital, it is Kira Burrington and Avery Aschenberger, numbers 2 and 8. For Boise, it is Caroline Turk, number 4. Olivia Pickett, number 6. Olivia Swanson, number 5. And Audrey Elg, number 15. Timeout is over. Boise back with the ball to serve. Score, Capital 2, Boise 8. Spikes it over. Boise sends it right back. And a good save by Boise after the spike by Kasia Vaughn. And another point to Boise.
Kira Burrington with that dig that kept the play alive.
Capital sends it right back to Boise, who will send it right back, but Capital keeps the ball alive. Spike from Kasia. And a spike that stays inbounds. Boise with another point, scored now 10-2, Boise on top. And looks like net interference. Boise will get another point. Audrey Elg still serving for the Brave. Ball just barely gets over the net. And another violation by Capital. Score now 12 to Boise on top. Capital does get it, but Boise with a nice save. And it goes right into the net from Kasia Vaughn. Another point to Boise. Capital couldn't send it over with the 3 hits. It's another point to Boise. And a substitution, number 2. Kira Burrington comes out for number 13, Mabel Collins. Ball goes over the net. Gets tipped back over, but Boise sends it back with a spike. And Capital is able to get it back over the net, and it goes into the net from Boise. Capital gets another point and regains the ball.
Great play there by number 7, Emma Young.
And another substitution, number 12, Kasia Vaughn, comes out for number 4, Kate Walker. Ball goes over the net. Boise can't send it back, goes out of bounds. Capital with another point. Score now 14-4. Boise still on top, and another substitution. Number 3, Kate Walker, comes out for number 9, Amity Rogers. Number 4 is Maddie Mann, who came in earlier and is now serving for the Eagles. Score is now 14-5. Boise spikes it over, and an almost good save by Capital, but they can't keep it up in the air. Point goes to Boise, and Boise will serve again. Good saves by number 4, Maddie Mann, and 8, Finley Aschenberner, but they just couldn't quite do it. Number 4, Carolyn Turk, will now serve for the Brave. And couldn't get the ball to bounce off her arms. Number 13, Mabel Collins for Capital. Point goes to Boise. Just barely gets over the net. Maddie Mann with a nice save, but couldn't quite do it. Point goes to Boise again. Ball goes over the net. Hits the ground. Another point to Boise. Score now 18-5. Boise still on top. And ball goes sailing out of bounds on the serve. Point goes to Capital. It's now a 12-point game. Number 14, Mariah Miller, will be serving for Capital now. Boise sends it back. Mariah Miller hits it, but Capital is able to send it back over. Boise tips it back, and it goes out of bounds. Capital with another point. Starting to get back into this game. And it goes into the net on the serve. Another point goes to Boise. And a substitution, number 14, Mariah Miller, comes out for number 2, Kira Burnington. Number 5, Olivia Swenson, will be serving for the Brave. Maddie Mann and Kira Burnington with the miscommunication.
Scores
and ball
now.
goes through them.
Scores now Boise 20, Capital 7.
5 more points and Boise wins the set. And ball goes into the net. Capital gets another point. And another substitution. Number 6. Irina Boss comes out for number 7, Emma Young. And Irina Boss will serve for Capital. Capital sends it back.
Good save there by Mabel Collins.
And some net interference by Capital. That was number 9, Amity Rogers. And a substitution, number 7, Lily Canold comes in for number 9, Maya Lund. Number 7, Lucy Canold serves for the Brave. And point will go to Boise. Score 22, Boise, 8 for Capital. And point will go to Boise again. They need 2 more to win this set. Ball goes over the net. Sent back by Capital. And it's tipped by Boise. Capital will get the point.
Great play there by Finley Ashenburner.
And another substitution, number 4, Maddie Mann comes out for number 12, Keisha Vong. And number 9, Amity Rogers will serve for Capital. Gets it up and over. And ball looked like it stayed in bounds, but they call it out, and point goes to Capital. Ball gets back over the net, and it's going to hit the ground after being kicked by a Boise player. Capital slowly getting back into this game. And ball tips the net, but it still gets over. And then it goes under the net on the hit from number 15, Audrey Elg. Point goes back to Capital. Boise sends it back over to Capital, hits the net and tipped. Boise with the point. If they can get this next one, they will win the match. And another substitution, number 3, Kate Walker comes in for number 9, Amity Rogers. Number 6, Olivia Pickett to serve for the Brave on what could be the game-winning point. And it goes out of bounds. Your final score for set 1, Boise 25, Capital 12. Good play by both teams. Boise was able to come away with the win. We will move on to set 2. If Boise wins this one, they will win the game. If Capital wins it, we will go into a third set. Usually at this time you'd see the teams switching sides of the court, but due to the pandemic that has arisen during this year, they will not be doing that. They will be keeping the same sides of the court. Both teams are now back onto the court. Capital will be serving the ball first. To serve it for Capital will be number 8, Finley Aschenberger. Boise will send it back. Capital does respond. It hits the top of the net, out of bounds. Boise will get the point. And it goes out of bounds. Capital with a point to tie the game up. And a substitution, number 10. Delaney Hall comes in for number 3, Kate Walker.
Kasia Vuong will now serve, number 12.
Boise with a nice save from keeping it from going out of bounds, and a diving effort by number 2, Kira Burrington, but could not quite get the ball. And another substitution. Number 4, Maddie Mann comes in for number 12, Kasia Vuong. And number 13, Alexandre Gulch will serve for Boise. And Capital will get a point for violation by Boise. And a substitution, number 13, Alexandre Gulch, comes out for number 6, Olivia Pickett. And number 2, Kira Burrington, will serve the ball for Capital. Boise spikes it over. Capital tips it, but it lands down out of inbounds. Point goes to Boise.
Boise now up 3-2.
And a tip down, bad hand placement by Maddie Mann. Point will go to Boise again. The score now, Boise 2, Boise 4, Capital 2. Boise serves it again, and the ball goes flying out of bounds, and a trying effort by Emma Young to try and save the ball. But Boise will gain another point. Number 2, Nev Sprague, serving for Boise, and another point after a tip from number 10, Delaney Hall. And a violation by Capital. Boise will get another point. And another attempt by Delaney Hall to hit the ball back over, and another point will go to Boise. This time an attempt by Kira Burrington. Boise's hitting the ball in the right spot on these serves, sending it way to the back. This time the ball will go into the net. Capital will gain a point. Score now Boise 9, Capital 3. And a substitution, number 2, Nev Sprague will come out for number 1, McKenna Fernander. Number 6, Arena Boss serving for Capital. This time the ball will go out of bounds for Capital, or for Boise. Boise spikes it back, and a diving attempt by Kira Burrington to save the ball.
Boise's got some serious momentum going here. Will they keep it going, or will Capital rally and take the win?
This is how the last set was going. Boise got up nice and high, was able to hold the lead. Let's see if they can do it again, or if Capital can make a comeback and send it to a third set, as Capital sends it back over the net. Boise spikes it over, and the ball lands right in front of Kira Burrington on the ground. Point goes back to Boise. Score now 14-4, or 11-4, Boise. And a point goes to Boise. And the ball lands inbounds, giving Boise another point, and Capital will call a timeout. Score now Boise 13, Capital 4.
Capital today being coached by Kylie Martin. She said that she wanted her team to stay safe and healthy this year, as well as have some fun playing volleyball.
Number 7, Lily Canold serving for Boise. Sends it over. Capital does send it back. Boise with a spike. Capital does save it. Delaney Hall sends it flying out of bounds, giving Boise a 10-point cushion.
Valiant defensive efforts by both sides today.
Capital sends it back. Boise spikes it over. Maddie Mann with a save. And a diving attempt to try and save the ball by Maddie Mann, but she can't quite get there. Boise still serving the ball. And ball goes out of bounds. Capital with the point. Puts the game back at 10. And a substitution. Number 4, Maddie Mann comes out for number 12, Kasia Vogue. Number 10, Delaney Hall comes out for number 3, Kate Walker. And Kate Walker will be serving for Capital. Number 14, Courtney Eiler, is coming in for number 4, Caroline Turk for Boise. And a good effort by both teams to get the ball just going over. Kasia with a little tap to get the ball over. Same from Boise. Capital can't quite save it. That was number 15, Audrey Elg, with that little tip to give them another point. Number 6, Olivia Pickett, comes out for number 13, Alexandre Gulch. Number 14, Courtney Eiler, will be serving for Boise. Capital does send it back. Boise with another spike.
Got a good rally going here.
And the ball gets hit out of bounds by Keisha Vong.
Couldn't quite bring it back over.
Score now, Boise 17, Capital 5. And a miscommunication with numbers 13, Mabel Collins, and number 8, Finley Ashenburner, getting a little close to each other, not quite knowing where they were. Boise serves again. Boise hits it, Capital saves it, sends it back, and it goes out of bounds. Capital with the point.
Great play by Arena Boss. Keeping that ball alive and sending it back over.
And the substitution, number 14, Courtney Eiler, comes out for number 4, Caroline Turk. And number 14, Mariah Miller, comes in for number 2, Kira Burnington. Capital with another point, fighting their way back into this game. It's an 11-point game. Score is Boise 18, Capital 7.
Mabel Collins now to serve for Capital.
Boise does send it back. Mariah Miller tips it over, and a point goes to Capital.
It is now a 10-point game. Boise 18, Capital 8.
And a miscommunication as number 15, Audrey Elg, came running in to get the ball with number 3, Nev Sprague, in the same area. Lands out of bounds.
Mabel
Capital
Collins with that driving serve to get the play started.
Ball barely gets over the net. Mariah Miller tips it back. Boise will send it back over with the spike. And point will go to Boise as it's a 10-point game again. And another substitution, number 1, McKenna Fernander, comes in for number 2. Capital has another violation. Audrey Elg now serve for Boise. And the ball can't quite get back over. Point will go to Boise. Off the arms of Kasia, it goes out of bounds. Score now 21-9. Boise still owning the game, but Capital still with a shot as Boise is still 4 points away from taking the win. Capital does send it back over. Boise with the spike. Ball goes flying out of bounds, and a nice attempt to save it by Finley Ashenburner. But she can't quite get it. Another point goes to Boise. Ball goes over the net. Boise spikes it back, but it goes into the net. Another point goes to Capital. It is now a 12-point game. And a substitution, number 7, Emma Young, comes in for number 6, Arena Boss. Ball goes over the net.
Good play by Mariah Miller to keep it alive.
And Boise spikes it back into the net again, letting Capital come back into this.
It's an 11-point game. Can Capital keep their defense going?
Just gets over the net. Boise spikes it over. Boise sends it, Capital sends it over. Boise spikes it back. And the ball goes flying out of bounds. Boise with another point. They're 2 points away from winning this game. And number 7, Lily Knoll, hit the ball twice. That is illegal in volleyball. Ball will go back to Capital as they gain another point. Keisha Vong to serve for Capital.
Driving serve.
Ball lands inbounds after being tipped by Boise. And a substitution, number 3, Kate Walker, comes out for number 10, Delaney Hall.
Now a 10-point game.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Score Boise 24, Capital 13. Maddie Mann comes in for Keisha Vong. Number 6, Olivia Pickett comes in for number 13, Alexandra Gulch for Boise. Boise gets this next point. They win the game. And Boise will get the point. They will win the game 25-13. And that will end this sophomore matchup for the Boise Brave and the Capital Eagles. And that will be your game. I was your commentator, Mac Noltensmeyer.
Alongside Aaron Holt.
We will see you back here for the JV matchup between these two teams. I told him that.
Hey, Emmalee, our man.
We will be back in a couple minutes for a JV volleyball game between the Capital Eagles and the Boise Brave. Stay tuned to this live stream.
afternoon, Capital. Welcome to the JV volleyball matchup between the Capital Eagles and the Boise Braves. I'm Aaron Holt.
And I'm Layla Abdulhameed. And welcome to KCHS. Subscribe and like for more. For Capital, we have number 2, Jocelyn Dwight. We have number 3, Amaya McLean. Number 4, Grace Picard. Number 5, Hannah Price. Number 6, Mia Black. Number 7, Janie Smith. Number 8, Ollie Murray. Number 9, Candace Hawkins. Number 10, Delancey Jeepson. Number 11, Emily Roberts. Number 12, Anna Sagas. Number 14, Number 15, Kennedy Howland. And number 17, Lily Lawrence, playing for Capital today for the junior JV.
For the Boise Braves, we have number 2, Ella Ockampak. Number 3, Sophia Clark. Number 4, Rio Ritchie. Number 5, Lane Gibson. Number 6, Addie Farnham. Number 7, Barrett Schoss. Number 8, Alex Atwood. Number 9, Sydney Williams. Number 10, Susie Woodle. Number 11, Lacey Dublin. Number 13, Avery Jones. And number 14, Chloe Whith.
And right now for Capital, we have the libero, which is number 17, Lily Lawrence. We have number 4, Grace Pickett in the back, as well as number 12, Anna Sagas in the back. And in the front row, we have number 6, Mia Black. We have number 2, Jocelyn Dwight. And we have number 10, Delancey Jeppets with
first serve from Boise gets trimmed into the net. So now, number 2 from Capital, Jepson, will be serving. Ball's up! Driving serve over the net, brought back over by Boise. Got some kind of foul by Capital. Boise's got tied up 1-1.
It was a carry by Capital. And that was an out. Capital gains that point, 2-1.
Number 2, Josie DeWitt, will be serving for Capital. Driven over the net.
Now we have number 2, Jocelyn Dwight, serving. Great retrieve from Boise.
Number 2, Josie DeWitt, serving for Capital. Another driving serve over the net. And tapped down by number 12, Anna Sages. Eagles are now in the lead, 6-1. This time, DeWitt's serve goes out of bounds. Boise's point. Number 2, Josie DeWitt, coming out for number 8, Allie Wire.
We had another transition over here too. Number 11 coming in.
Number 4, Rio Ritchie, serving for Boise. Driven over the net. Nearly saved, but they just can't quite get to it before it hits the ground. Score is now Capital 6, Boise 4. Another winding serve from Boise. Tipped out of bounds by Capital.
That was a good dive from number 4, Grace Pickett. Super close.
Valiant efforts from Capital's defense here. Game is tied up 6-6. Tipped out of bounds by number 17, Lily Lawrence. Boise is now up 7-6. A little bit of miscommunication there from Capital. Can they rally from this 2-point deficit?
That was a close one. They almost got that on that dive from number 4, from Grace Puckett.
Got a nice rally going. The block. Nearly saved by number 10, Delaney Jepson.
They did have a really good block.
Good defensive efforts from both sides today. Good save. Got a nice rally going. But finally, after a very long rally, tipped over the net.
Spiked into
tipped
the net.
into the net by Lane Gibson from Boise, number 5. Number 6, Maya Black, will serve for Capital now. And after the driving serve, it's out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Boise. Capital rallies to get the ball back over. Boise sets up for the spike. It's blocked.
That was a great tip.
Hit over the net by number 14, Sayoa Saria. Great play there. Boise taps the ball into the net, and it is therefore Capital's point. Capital's got some good offense going. Can they rally? It's tied now. Can they rally and take the lead? Great serve by number 6, Maya Black. Eagles are now up 11-10.
And the point goes to Eagle due to
Game's now tied, 11-11.
carry.
Number 13, Avery Jones, is now serving for Boise. Nearly saved by Capital, but not quite. Great block by number 14, Sayo Asaria, and number 12, Anna Sages. Anna Sages now to serve for Capital. Towards the back of the court goes that serve. Valiant effort by Lily Lawrence to save the ball, but just couldn't quite get it up in the air. Number 2, Ella Achenbach will now serve for Boise. Spiked over by Sayo Asaria. Great play. Number 4, Grace Pickard now to serve for Capital. We have a substitution. Number 2, Joseph DeWitt comes back in for Allie Meyer. Scores now, Boise 14, Capital 13. Keeping it a close one here today. Number 11, Lacey Dublin on that serve. Tipped over the net and not quite rallied by Capital. Number 11, Lacey Dublin, once again serving for Boise. Spiked over by Josie DeWitt. Great play there. Number 14, Sayo Asaria comes in for number 6, Maya Black. And number 17, Lily Lawrence is now to serve for Capital. Boise brings it back over. Maya Black hits it over. And Boise spikes it into the net. Score is now tied at 15. Lily Lawrence serving again.
A great retrieve from the libero. fist for tipping.
Number 10, Susie Woodle, is now serving for Boise. Boise is now up by 1. Hit out of bounds by Capital. Boise is now up 17-15 here in today's matchup.
And now spiked it.
Josie DeWitt makes a valiant effort to spike it over the net, but can't quite get it over.
And that was an out.
Serve way out of bounds by Susie Woodle. Capitals has now 16 points, and Boise with 18. Number 10, Delaney Jepson to serve. Rallied by Boise. Lily Lawrence hits it high up in the sky. Josie DeWitt once again spikes it into the net. Boise, we have a substitution here. Number 2, Ella Achenbach comes in for number 5, Lane Gibson. Number 2, Josie DeWitt to serve for Capital. Tipped out of bounds by number 2, Josie DeWitt. Substitution on Boise. Number 8, Alex Atwood comes in for number 11, Lacey Dublin. Number 4, Rio Ritchie serving for Boise here. Scores now Boise 20, Capital 18. Number 6, Maya Black now serving for Capital. Number 14, Sayo Asaria coming in for number 17, Lily Lawrence. Spiked out of bounds by Boise. Capital is now down by only 1 point. Can they regain the lead here?
A great tip by Boise, and the point goes to Boise. Now it's 21 for Boise and 19 for the Eagles.
Number 13, Avery Jones now serving for Boise. Hit out of bounds, and Capital gets the point. Number 12, Anna Sages coming in to serve for Capital.
A great retrieve from Boise Brave.
Hit out of bounds by number 14, Sayo Asaria. Scores now Boise 22, Capital 20. Number 3, Sophia Clark, passes it over under the net to Anna Sages, still serving for Capital here. Driven over the net by Boise, but out of bounds, Capital's point.
Capital now has the lead by 22 to 21.
Timeout called. Timeout is now over. Both teams
Back
getting
in.
set up now. The Eagles now have the lead. And Anna Sages is now going to serve once again for Capital. Serve gets over the net. Being passed around by Boise. Lily Lawrence with that nearly incredible save, but just wouldn't get quite over the net. We have a substitution on Boise. Number 2, Ella Achenbach comes in for number 5, Lane Gibson. Number 2, Ella Achenbach will also serve here. Spiked over the net, but blocked.
And out, right?
Got over the net this time, but ended up out of bounds. Boise now has the lead back, 23-22, playing a close set here. Lily Lawrence with that good save. Can't quite make it to the net on that play. It is now tied at 23, Capital and Boise.
He'll take the game, Capital or Boise Brave.
Number 4, Grace Pickard to serve for Capital. And it's out of bounds on the first attempt. Boise now has the lead, 24-23. If they get one more point, they win this match. Number 11, Lacey Dublin, serving for Boise. Spiked over the net
Great return
by
from
Josie
Capital.
DeWitt. Great play.
Looks like it's a deuce. Whoever gets 2 points, first one to get 26 will win the game.
Lily Lawrence now serving for Capital. Josie DeWitt with another attempted spike, but this time it got blocked by Boise. Boise's been showing some good defense here in this game. Number 10, Susie
at
Whittle,
match
serving
point.
for Boise. And is tipped out of bounds by Capital. Boise wins the match.
Boise takes the first game. And now they're having a timeout.
If Boise wins match 2, then they win the entire game. And if Capital wins
Comes
match
back.
2, we will go into a third match to see who wins the entire game.
Yeah, let's see who wins. And it looks like we're about to start our second period of the game.
Capital breaks the huddle, getting ready to start the second match.
They're setting up their lineup. Looks like the Boise Grizzlies are almost ready.
Boise now breaks the huddle and
They're getting in position.
about to start the second match of action.
The referees are going to make sure everyone's in their right position.
Got a substitution for Capital, number 14, Sayo Asaria, heading out, and number 17, Lily Lawrence, comes in. Number 15, Kennedy Howland will serve. Rallied by Boise, blocked by number 11, Emmalee Roberts. And the Eagles have a point there. Kennedy Howland driving that serve to the back of Boise's court. Diving effort there by number 5, Hannah Price. Couldn't quite get to it. Number 10, Susie Woodle to serve for Boise.
Great retrieve from number 7, Janie Smith.
Getting rallied by Boise. Spike over the net, out of bounds. The Capital Eagles are now up 2-1. Number 3, Amaya McLean to serve for Capital. Hit back over by number 5, Hannah Price for Capital. Spiked over the net by number 7, Barrett Shosh. Tipped out of bounds by number 17, Leah Lawrence of Capital. Game is now tied 2-2. Number 7, Barrett Shosh to serve for Boise. Driven into the net by Lily Lawrence of Capital. Boise is now up 3-2. Hit over the net by Kennedy Howland, but not quite in bounds. So therefore it is Boise's point. Spiked into the net by number 11, Emmalee Roberts. Driving serve by Barrett Shosh, just hanging in the back of Capital territory, Boise's point. Boise's got some momentum here, Layla. They've got some momentum. Do you think they can continue, or will Capital rally and take the win?
Well, I think Capital might be able to come back and rally on this, but I'm not sure. They're doing really good. They're doing great. They have some great receives.
Lily Lawrence sending it back over the net for Capital. Spike down, saved by Kennedy Howland. Brought back over the net by Capital. Setting up for a spike from Boise. Right through the back of Capital territory.
The Eagles are currently at 2 points, and the Boise Brave are at 7.
Brought back over the net by Kennedy Howland. Spiked over by number 5, Lane Gibson from Boise. Great play. Boise's offensive play today has been quite good. Spiked over the net by Capital. Good save there. And it is spiked out of bounds by Boise. Capital now has 3 points, Boise with 8. Lily Lawrence serving for Capital. Drives it over. Number 5, Lane Gibson, tries to spike it over, but it is blocked by Capital. Just tapped over the net, bounces out in Capital territory. Scores now Capital 4, Boise 9. Number 4, Rio Ritchie serving once again for Boise. Valiant effort by Amaya McLean, but didn't quite get over the net. Capital spikes it over the net, but just barely gets out of bounds. Number 2, Josie DeWitt comes in for number 3, Amaya McLean.
And that's break. Looks like Capital's ready to come back in, but Boise Brave are still talking.
Capital today being coached by Katie Noonan. And Boise is being coached by Jesse Waters. Boise breaks the huddle, ready for some more action. Rio Ritchie lining back up to serve. Lily Lawrence rallies, spiked by Siowa Saria, but some sort of interference there from Capital, Boise's point. Spiked over by number 5, Lane Gibson, once again. Had a couple of good spikes in today's match.
Another substitution from Capital. Number 10, Delane Jepson just came in for number 15, Candace Holland.
Rio Ritchie serving again for Boise. Hit up by Lily Lawrence. And hit by number 7, Janie Smith. But the rally couldn't quite get it over the net. Spiked over by number 4, Grace Pickard. And Boise drives it into the net. But Capital still has a long way to go in this one. The score is Boise 16, Capital 4.
Janie Smith now serving.
Janie Smith serving for Capital, hits it over the net. Spiked out of bounds by number 5, Lane Gibson. Janie Smith serves again, drives it to the back of Boise territory. Lily Lawrence rallying for Capital. Spiked over by Sayo Asaria, and that is in. Very good coordination on that offensive play from Capital.
Just a 10-point difference now between the two teams.
Capital's got some momentum here. Can they keep it going? Tipped out of bounds by number 4, Rio Ritchie, but it gets saved. Janie Smith saves it from going out of bounds. Rio Ritchie for Boise keeps the ball alive.
Great rally going on right now.
Tapped over by number 10, Delaney Jepson, and tipped onto the ground by Boise. Capital now has 7, Boise 16. Once again, another great offensive play by Capital.
And Boise Brave calls a timeout. Aaron, do you think that the Capital Eagles can keep this momentum up any for longer?
So far, their offenses looked really good. Defenses looked pretty good. But Boise is bringing an offensive attack, Layla. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Eagles break the huddle, ready to go.
Looks like Capital's ready, and Boise is ready now as well.
Capital now only down 8 points. Janie Smith serving. Spiked out of bounds by number 5, Lane Gibson.
That was a great setup.
Yes, indeed. Lane Gibson again with the spike. Boise gets another point. Scores 17 Boise, 9 Capital. Number 9 for Boise, Sydney Williams will serve. Spiked out of bounds by Boise. It is now a 7-point game. Eagles 10, Braves 17.
That was
Number
Grace
4,
Pickett
Grace
serving.
Pickard. Another spike out of bounds by Lane Gibson. Got a nice rally here going.
Can they
Both
keep it up?
teams are making incredible defensive saves. We have seen so much great defense here in this matchup, as well as a very powerful offensive attack from Boise. Number 2, Ella Achenbach to serve now for Boise. Spiked over by number 14, Sayo Asaria from Capital. Boise brings it back over. Spiked over by Josie DeWitt. Lily Lawrence with the save. And Siola Saria with the spike. It's now only a 6-point game.
Looks like Capital's catching up.
Capitals is building some offensive momentum. Scores now Capital 12, Boise 18. Spiked over by number 11 from Boise, Lacey Dublin, excuse me. But it is out of bounds. Capital now has 13 points. It's a 5-point game. Can they catch up? We'll see what happens. Saria serving for Capital. Spiked over by number 7, Barrett Schoss from Boise. And Boise gets another point.
Looks like they're going to get to 21st.
Scores Boise 19, Capital 13. Lacey Dublin serving for Boise. It is out of bounds. Once again, back down to a 5-point game. Substitute on Capital. Number 6, Maya Black, coming out for number 11, Emmalee Roberts. Number 10, Delaney Jepson, serving for Capital. Number 4, Grace Pritchard, keeps this game
great
alive.
receives from both teams.
Spiked into the net by number 7 on Boise, Barrett Schoss. Delaney Jepson once again to serve for Capital. Spiked out of bounds by Barrett Schoss.
Will Capital Eagles catch up and get to 20 points first? Or will Boise Brave get to 20 points first? They're only at a 3-lead difference.
It's a 3-point game now. It's very close. Eagles have been building up some offensive and defensive momentum, but this Boise offensive attack is relentless. Stay tuned for more action.
Looks like Capital's ready to come back in. Looks like Boise's ready too, and the game's starting. Looks like our first serving is Eagles.
Delaney Jepson serving for Capital.
Great block from the Eagles. And the point goes to Boise Brave due to a net touch.
Serving now is Susie Woodle. But if you'll notice, also in this game, she's been setting up for the spike very well. And this serve is tipped out of bounds by Capital. Is now a 5-point game. Boise 21, Capital 16. Number 7, Janie Smith, makes the save. Number 11, Emmalee Roberts, spikes it over the net, tips out of bounds by Boise. Number 2, Josie DeWitt to serve for Capital. Lily Lawrence sets it up, and then Grace Pickard hits it over the net. Barrett Schoss serving again for Boise, scores Boise 22, Capital 17. that serve is out of bounds. Another point for Capital.
Looks like the Eagles are catching up.
They certainly are. Lily Lawrence to serve for Capital. And it's into the net. Number 4, Rio Ritchie serving for Boise. Number 14, Sayo Osario with the spike. Returned by Boise. Number 4, Grace Pickard tries to spike it, but it is blocked
That was a double
by this relentless Boise defense.
Boise is now at set point. Will they win and take the set, or will Capital Eagles catch
Game
up?
point for Boise. But if Capital can rally, they can win. Lily Lawrence sets it up for Sayo Osario, who taps it over the net. Blocked. Lane Gibson tries to get it over the net, but is blocked by Sayo Osario.
Looks like Boise Eagles took that set too. Game has ended, and Boise Eagles have won.
They take set number 2, and they win the game.
That was a great effort from both teams. They did very well.
Be sure to stay tuned, everyone, because we will soon be streaming the varsity game between Capital and Boise.
Welcome inside Capitol Gym. We got volleyball coming up right here on KCHS TV. As the season's starting with some varsity volleyball with the opening match of the year between Capitol and Boise. Welcome inside. Chris Lewis alongside Aaron Holt, Matt Noltensmeyer here with you. And first of all, gonna make my debut on KCHS TV and joining what you guys have put in, the hard work over the years to make this what it is. And this is the beginning of what we hope to be a long year of a bunch of fun games for you, not just volleyball, but we plan to bring you some football next week. We have soccer later on the schedule as well, so plenty of action coming up for you on KCHS TV. But it starts with some volleyball, and Aaron and Mac, we've seen 2 matches so far, and they were both the sophomore match and a JV match, and they were both won by Boise. Boise's looking pretty strong in the early going.
Yes, they are. They're looking to get a sweep today with the varsity win. Capitol will have a great opportunity to get a first win today for their team. The first game, Boise just absolutely blew away the Eagles, and in the second matchup with the JV game, it was a really close matchup between both matches, but Boise did come away with both those wins.
And Aaron, you were locked into that JV match that happened just about 20 minutes ago.
Yes, and there's a lot of defense. Boise has a very tough defense here, and we'll see if Capitol can break it today.
All right, we'll step aside and let the public address and let you hear with the national anthem and then a little bit of the lineup intro. So we'll step aside and be back here on KCHS TV. And a KCHS TV broadcast back here with you. Chris Lewis alongside Aaron Holt, Matt Noltensmeyer bringing you the opening volleyball match of the year on the varsity side between the Capitol Eagles and the Boise Braves. So as we mentioned a bit earlier, so far Boise has taken the first 2 if we're not talking about the sophomore match and a JV match. But I think what is a constant theme from talking to all the staffs heading into today's action is that they're just excited to be competing and having a level of competition after what was a mysterious couple of months leading up to this.
Yes, it was. Not having sports for the past, 6 months, and then not having to go through all this precautionary stuff to even get to this point, to even play sports with all this special protection to keep the players safe while playing, to make sure they don't get sick, injured, all that stuff. It's been interesting, but we finally get our sports back. We finally get to see what it's like to play now.
The coaches, Katie Simmis for Capital and Ashley Holt for Boise, both had expressed a level of just excitement of being able to have a match to begin the year, because again, with all the mystery leading up to exactly how this thing is going to look. But just know that there have been a bunch of precautions taken, from the masks that the student athletes were wearing pregame to the fans and the parents who are here in attendance required to wear masks. Plenty of hand sanitizer used throughout the process, plenty of hands being washed. And yeah, all the precautions for the high school level are being taken so we can have matches like this and games like this, not just volleyball, but football, soccer. We can have as many as possible and as safe as possible.
Looks like Boise will be serving off first.
So Boise getting the serving started, and it'll be Olivia Ivaro to get it started. She's a setter, listed 5'9", and we're underway with match number 3 of the day, varsity match number 1, Boise and Capital, and the first kill registered on the Capital side. You hear that crowd, Abigail Sullivan, a senior.
First point goes to Capital.
So 1-0 Capital. Again, a lot of these sets that we've seen today between Boise and Capital at the different levels, they were a bit lopsided. So good side for Capital to get on the board first. Lydia Walker's serve is too long, and that's even at 1 apiece. Katie Black, a chance for her to serve. Black, one of the key players on this excellent Boise offense.
Ball
that one hits
inbounds.
the line, that one's in, so an ace for Black to make it 2-1.
Already a strong start for Boise.
Katie Black, 5'11", one of the tallest players on this roster, follows up the serving ace with a serving error to even it at 2.
Now serving for Capital is number 8, Abigail Sullivan.
Sullivan, a senior. Handled by Boise, and on the near side, a smack by Katie Cooper finds the open ground. So Katie Cooper for Boise pulls the Braves back in front, and so far a seesaw starts for the first varsity match. Ava Bryan serves. A scramble on each side, a whistle as a lift on the Capital side, so that's Boise with bat-to-back. It's 4-2. A lift, also known as a double hit. This is the libero, Allison Ross, on the serve, and Capital receives it with Abigail Sullivan. And Sullivan, the second time she's registered a kill so far.
Number 12, Julian Sage comes in for number 10, Kesa Peterson, as number 1, Amber Price serves for Capital.
Libero for Capital. And there's a far side block that is unsuccessful. So on that far side, that's once again for Boise, that's Yale Sposia, a senior outside hitter who stands at 6'1". That was an excellent set that time by Walker for Capital.
And a block by Capital.
Middle hitter with Jalen Hayes. Her chance to smack it. One of the longer rallies so far of the match. Tipped over by Shed. And a hammer down on the open ground by Julian Willett.
Great play by Capital there. Saw that there was no one in that area, spiked it down in, point for them.
Julian Willett on the board for the first time, the senior outside hitter for the Eagles.
And we've got a substitution for Capital. Number 2, Kim Lilacs comes in for number 11, Gracie Strickland.
And Kim will serve. A whistle on that attack by the middle hitter. It's a double hit, a lift, trying to set up Hayes.
Score is now tied, 5-5.
Already the third tie of this first set. Lilix again, gets an ace. Well done by Lilix. An excellent serve. The sophomore, one of the youngest players on the Capital roster, regains a lead for the Eagles.
Ball almost flew up and hit us.
Once again, Kim Lilix on the serve.
And a diving attempt by Amber Price to try and save the ball, but she can't quite get there. Tie game again.
Katie Cooper. So Cooper rewarded with the serve. Cooper's a senior. Even first set, we've had 4 different tie scores so far in the first. Another whistle at the net, and that's a net violation called on Boise.
And the substitution, number 6, Julian Willett, will come out for number 7, Samantha Wells for Capital, both of them seniors. And Samantha Wells will get to serve for Capital. And a spike and a block.
Setting up Katie Black. Katie Black will get credit for that kill. And again, we've mentioned Black already a couple of times. She's 5'11". Again, one of the 3 tallest on this roster. And she's one of the players to look out for when we're talking about Boise and why they've been strong at all levels so far.
Boise spikes it over to Capital. Diving attempt by Kim Lilacs, but she can't quite get there, and gives Boise the lead back.
Talking to Ashley Holt before the match, was excited about the offense for Boise, and we're seeing it at its best here. Spoja on the set, finds Black again. Katie Black has certainly been a player to profile, and that is her 3rd kill already in 9 points for Boise.
Too many hits for Capital, giving them that new point. Boise will serve again.
Hayes flips the net and down, so an ace for Hayes, and Boise has scored the last 4 to make it 10-7. Ellen Hayes, middle hitter.
Spikes it over, but a save by Boise.
Ellen lands in, finds the Coffin corner on the attack by Avaro. Coffin cornered it.
There was
on the
nobody
near side.
back there.
Sometimes you think of a football punter who angles for the corner like that, but volleyball is certainly a skill, and right now Boise on a roll. They have scored the last 6 to take a 12-7 lead.
Amber Price with that diving attempt.
So this first set starting to get away from Capital. Boise in a rhythm, all with Hayes at the line. Finally, it comes to an end as Katie Cooper had it settle right in front, and a 6-0 Boise run comes to a close.
Now Amber Price comes out for number 10, Kesa Peterson. And number 12, Julian Sage will serve for Capital.
A senior middle for the Eagles. Looking to claw back in it. Set 1, first to 25 wins the set. First to 2 sets wins the match. That one's off the front line block and out of bounds, so that is a point for Boise.
Now Amber Price will come back in for Julian Sage, and number 15, Olivia Avera, will serve for Capital.
And the Braves get on another run. That's an excellent hit on the near side. Katie Black has been a star so far in the set 1. Black, a senior. This team that is an excellent serving team and has a very potent front line, showcasing that as Black on that near side for Boise in the front. Won't get a chance to attack this. Instead, it's Spoja. And Spoja, again, another point for Boise. 15-8.
Boise just keeps extending their lead. They got a chance to keep going here.
It was 7-6 Capital in this set. So that means 9 of the last 10 points have gone to Boise and make it 10 of the last 11.
Another substitute for Capital. Number 2, Kim Lilacs, comes out for number 9, Grace Wanderderes, a senior
Navarro serves, line drive over the net, handled on a sliding attempt by Wells. And that one finds the open ground, so right in front of the open area of Navarro. One of the rare mistakes for Boise here in this first set.
And another substitution, number 9, Grace Wandelderes comes out for number 11, Gracie Strickland, as Capital did serve.
The serve was from Walker, the touchdown from Samantha, or make that Katie Black again. So Katie Black, we've called her name a bunch. By my count, that's 5 kills. And just so you know, for volleyball, a 4 kills per set average is considered spectacular. You already have 5 in a set, and now add an ace on top of that. Boise doubling up Capital in set number 1.
And a timeout taken by Capital.
With that timeout, I'll step aside, lead the play-by-play to Aaron and Mac. You guys can handle it the rest of the way. Great job, guys. You're on the play-by-play the rest of the way. That's taken.
Capital breaking the huddle.
Boise breaking theirs. Boise will be serving.
Capital has seemed to have been falling to Boise's relentless offensive attack. What do they need to do, Mac, to get back in this one?
They need to just be playing stronger defense. They need to communicate better. Katie Black serves the ball. It goes out of bounds. That can help them get back into this, as it's now an 8-point game, 18-10, Boise on top, and a substitution. Number 7, Samantha Wells goes out for number 6, Julian Willett. And number 8, Abigail Sullivan will serve for Capital. As ball almost go out of bounds, but they save it. Ball gets spiked over. Capital spikes it back. It's blocked, but saved by Boise. And 2 diving attempts by Capital. Point will go back to Boise as they command this game. And now number 14, Avery Spoja, will come out for number 9, Kellen Hayes. As number 2, Allison Ross, will serve for Boise. And a point scored by Capital. Lands in the middle of nowhere.
Just in case he wants to know.
Point scored by, I believe, number 8, Abigail Sullivan. And number 10, Keisha Peterson, will come out for number 12, Julian Sage. And Amber Price will be serving for Capital. And a diving attempt by Amber Price to try and save the ball. She can't quite get there. It is now a 9-point game. Score now Capital 11, Boise 20. Boise's running away with this. They just need another 5 points to win it, but Capital can still come back and win it. And it's blocked by Boise. Capital can't save it. Another point goes to them. It's now a 10-point game.
Valiant defensive efforts by number 12, Julian Shade. But will the rest of the defense begin to come back in this one?
Yale Spoja will be serving for Boise again. And it goes sailing out of bounds off the spike. Capital will gain a point. And a substitution, number 11, Gracie Strickland, will come out for, I believe, number 6, Julian Willett. And number 2, Kim Lilacs, will serve for Capital. And it goes out of the back, and Boise can't save it. It's another point for Capital. Capital starting to rally back. Kim Lilacs to serve again. Just barely tipped over by number 3, Lydia Walker, giving Capital another point. Score now 21-14, Boise still on top. Capital fighting their way back into this. And a diving attempt by number 6, Julian Willett, to try and save the ball, but you can't quite get there. Boise will get another point.
Capital's offense is now beginning to synergize, but will their defense pick up their game to rally back?
Yes, if their defense can hold, they will be able to fight back. But right now, they got to keep Boise from scoring another point. And it's spiked into the net. Capital will gain that another point. 7-point game. And a substitution, number 6, Julian Willett, comes out for number 7, Samantha Wells. If Boise can figure out how to score 3 more points, they win this match. And they can't do it this time. Capital will get another point as it's a low spot for number 7, Katie Black, to hit that from. And a save by Boise as they spike it over, and this time Capital can't save it. Samantha Wells with the diving attempt.
Katie Black, with that save, is really kind of the centerpiece of this Boise offense today.
Yes, she is. And now number 9, Kellen Hayes, will serve for Boise. And Capital does send it back over. Falls on the side of Capital. Point will go to Boise. If they can score this next point, they will win set 1, and we will go into set 2. Capital does send it back over.
Still in the air, Kim Lilacs trying to save it.
And it looks like net interference. Boise will get the point, and they will win set 1. We will be back for set 2.
We'll see if Capital can rally in this second match, Mac.
Volleyball is best 2 out of 3, so they do have a shot to send it to a third match. If Boise wins this one, they will win the game, and Boise will sweep Capital between all 3 levels of sophomore, JV, and varsity.
Capital boasting 9 seniors on the team this year, all very excited to get playing. Both teams break the huddle, ready for some more action here in set 2.
Both teams getting set on the court. Capital will start serving this round. If they win this one, they send it to match 3, or set 3. If Boise wins, it's game over. Lydia Walker serves it for Capital. And a violation by Capital, Boise will gain a point. And they get on the board early. Capital now ready to play some defense. Gets a spike in and it goes out of bounds. Point will go to Capital. So now number 6, Julian Willett will be serving for the Eagles. And a spike from Boise, but a tip. And another violation by Capital. A point will go to Boise. Number 7, Katie Black will be serving again for the Brave. And 2 diving attempts by Julian Willits and Lydia Walker.
Katie Black, the star of the show today. Over 5 kills.
Good save by Capital from keeping it from going out of bounds. A block by Capital off the spike. This time they can't get it. Another point goes to Boise as they're starting to run away with this match.
Score now is Boise 4, Capital 1.
And substitution, number 4 comes back into the game. Faith Holly as serve goes over. A spike from Capital as it's tipped from Boise. But Boise does send it back. Spike coming. And they send it right to the back corner. That was number 8, Yale Spoja. And another point for Boise. Katie Black is on a roll today as she is the biggest standout player between both teams. Capital sends it over. Boise spikes it, it's blocked, goes into the net, and Capital gets themselves another point. Score is now 5-2, Boise on top. Number 12, Julian Sage comes in for number 10, Kesa Peterson, as Amber Price serves for Capital. And the ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Katie Black. One of the few mistakes she's made today. Another point to Capital. And ball goes into the net. And now Allison Ross will now be serving for Boise. And it's inbounds. Amber Price thought it was going to go out. She realized after it hit, it didn't. Point goes to Boise.
Scores now, Boise 7, Capital 3.
And a spike from Capital that works to perfection right through the block.
Great play by Julian Shade.
And a substitution, Gracie Strickland comes out for Kim Lilacs as she will be serving. And the ball goes into the net. Capital will get another point and they make it a 2-point game. Kim Lilacs to serve again. And a spike from Boise right into the face of Amber Price. Boise will get another point as it practically just rolled down her. And now number 8, Yale Spoja will be serving for Boise. And ball goes into the net. Point goes to Boise. Yale Spoja to serve again. And a violation by number 3, Lydia Walker. And a block by Boise that worked. They gain another point and a timeout called by Capital. Capital's not quite out of it yet, but their defense is beginning to fall apart. They need to use this timeout to pull that all back together. They can use that to take a chance, try come back, win this game. Boise, they just keep doing what they're doing. They got a shot to just run away with it.
This Boise offensive attack has been relentless against Capital's defense.
It really has. Already up to 11 points. Capital only at 5. They've got to rally back and hold the lead if they want to win this game. Both teams have now broken their huddle. Boise is serving.
Back for some more action here in set 2.
And a spike from Capital, but a block from Boise. Capital can't quite save it. Boise gets another point. Yale Spoja serves again. And sent back over. Good volley by these two teams.
Capital defense showing strong on this play.
And another point goes back to Boise. It's now an 8-point game. Your score, Boise 13, Capital 5. And another substitution is coming. Number 9, Gracie Juandalderes is coming in for number 2, Kim Lilacs. As Yale Spoja serves again. Spike, which is recovered well by Boise. And ball goes sailing out of bounds. Capital gains a point, back to a 7-point game, and a substitution. Number 8, Yale Spoja, comes out for number 4. I don't know how to say that name. And then Samantha Wells comes in for Faith Holly for Capital. Samantha Wells trying to save it. She can't quite do it. Boise regains a point.
Boise's defense has been synergizing with that strong offense to create a force to reckon with, Mac.
Yes, they have. A spike from Capital, and point goes to Capital. Spike came from number 8, I believe, Abigail Sullivan. Amber Price comes out for number 10, Kesa Peterson, and number 12, Julian Sage, will serve for Capital. And a good save by Capital on the low hit. And another point goes to them. They're beginning to rally their way back into this. Samantha Wells spikes it over. And Boise will get another point. Number 2, Allison Ross, will come out for number 14, Avery Spoja. And number 9, Kellen Hayes, will serve for Boise. And ball goes flying out of bounds off the serve. Point will go to Capital. And Allison Ross comes back in for number 9, Kellen Hayes. Number 3, Avery Lydia Walker, will serve for Capital. And a successful block by Capital. But Boise does save it. Capital spikes it back, but Boise saves it again. Boise playing strong defense today as they just keep saving these spikes that are hurting them. And a good save by Samantha Wells. And ball gets spiked into the net. Point will go to Boise. Score now 16-9. Boise on top. Number 9, Kellen Hayes, will come in for number 4, Charlize Self for Boise. As number 5, Maddie Bogus serves for Boise. And point will go to Capital as it bounces off the net and into Boise territory. Number 8, Abigail Sullivan, to serve for Capital. Ball goes flying out of bounds off the hit from, I believe, number 8, Yale Spoja for Boise. It's now a 5-point game. Boise is rallying back. Capital's rallying back. Now, a successful block by Boise sends the ball into Capitalaria to the ground. Boise point. And Katie Black, the star player today, serves again for Boise. And a spike. And Capital almost saved it. Lydia Walker came in after the attempted hit by, I believe, number 10, Kesa Peterson, and a timeout called by Capital. Score right now, Boise 18, Capital 11.
One big storyline we haven't talked about yet, Mac, is that number 4, Faith Hawley, actually used to play for Boise, and now she is playing against the team she once played with.
Wow, so this is kind of, wouldn't say it's a revenge game, but it's a chance to show that she can do good with any coach's system.
Yes, indeed. We've talked a lot about Katie Black from Boise, but on the Capital side, Amber Price is said by her coach to make really good passes, and we've seen that a lot today.
Yes, we have. The defense still has struggled for Capital, though.
They have.
But they did find a way to rally back and make the game a lot closer than it was. But
Yes, they
Boise's
did.
still with the lead. As both teams break the huddle, I believe it is Boise ball. Katie Black to serve again. Ball gets over the net. Amber Price.
Amber Price with another good pass.
As Boise spikes it back, but blocked. A failed block attempt by Capital. Boise 6 points away from winning the game. And a low hit for Amber Price to try and make. Those are always hard to do. Point will go to Boise. And a successful block by Boise to get them another point, as there were 3 Capital Eagles who all just fell with the ball, couldn't make a hit. Katie Black serving again. And a successful block, but it goes out of bounds.
Boise now 3 points away from winning this game.
And almost failed it, did hit the top of the net, and there will be a violation on Boise. Capital will get the point, put it back to a 10-point game. They still do have a shot. And number 4, Faith Hawley comes in for number 7, Samantha Wells for Capital. Amber Price will serve the ball. As it's sent back over to Capital. Tipped over. Boise spikes it back, and another point's gonna go to Capital.
It's now a 9-point game, still a long way to go for Capital.
Amber Price serves it again for Capital. Spike from Boise. Point will go to Boise as it's tipped off the hands of number 12, Julian Sage. Number 14, Avery Spoja, comes out for number 9, Kellen Hayes. And number 2, Allison Ross has a chance to put this game away. Amber Price hits it, goes out of bounds. Boise needs 1 more point and they win the game. And Boise will get the point. They will win the game. Your final score, 25-3.
Boise has blown out Capital today on all 3 levels, sophomore, JV, and varsity.
What a fun day to watch some volleyball. We finally have our sports back. We got to see this. Even though Boise did win. Wait, no, I can't be biased. Hang on.
I think it's 3 out of 5
No, is it?
for varsity.
Oh.
It should be. It always is. Just so you know.
Okay, looks like we got another set coming. Thought it just stayed at 2. Okay. We'll be back for the 3rd set. We're back for set 3 for this game. Now, if Boise wins it, they move on, or they win the whole game. If Capital wins this one, we go to set 4. If Capital wins the next 2, we go to a set 5. So Boise just needs to win one more set, they win the game. Boise serves. And ball goes into the net. Boise to get on the board first again. Boise spikes it back, just barely taps it. Hit by Casey Peterson, goes out of bounds. Another point for Boise. That is number 15, Olivia Avero, serving for Boise. Just barely over the net. Capital does save it and gets it back over the net. And a strong spike, but it goes out of bounds, giving Capital their first point of the set. And already a substitution. Number 13, Keely Grant comes out for number 14, Avery Spoja. And number 3, Lydia Walker will serve for Capital. And a diving attempt saved by Capital. And point will go to Boise as they put a spike down into an area where there were no Capital Eagles. And Katie Black will serve again for Boise. Just over the net. And ball lands in no man's land on Boise territory. Point will go back to Capital. Score now 3-2. Oh, point went to Boise. Ball stayed inbounds. Point will go back to Boise. So score is now 5-1. And a point will go to Capital for, I believe, net violation. Score is now 5-2. That was number 8, Abigail Sullivan on the serve. Point will go to Capital for, I don't know.
Capital's offense beginning to rally here, Mac.
And a strong spike by Boise, but it's saved by Capital. And a successful block by Capital sends the ball flying to the back of Boise territory.
Great
making
block.
it a one-point game.
Great block there by Kaysa Peterson and Gracie Strickland. Capital's defense beginning to show here. Katie
ball
Black
goes
with the save,
flying.
keeping it in bounds.
And ball goes flying out of bounds off the hit from Gracie Strickland, giving Boise their point again. 8 points.
Katie Black, with the all-star of this game today, with that save to keep the ball alive.
Allison Ross to serve for Boise now. And another point for Boise. Only a 3-point game right now. And a very successful spike by number 8, Yale Spoja from Boise. Number 6, Julian Willett will come out for number 9, Gracie Juandalderes. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Capital point.
Number 12, Jillian Shade, coming in for number 10, Kaysa Peterson.
Amber Price to serve. Just barely tipped over. Point's gonna go to Capital.
Capital keeping it close this go around.
And the refs are gonna talk about something real quick.
Conferring on the previous call.
Point stays with Capital. Amber Price to serve again. And ball goes flying out of bounds. Point will go back to Boise. Yale Spoja to serve. And the ball will go out of bounds again off the hands of Amber Price. Point goes to Boise. Solid defensive play by Capital right there. And once again,
Spike by Gracie Strickland, blocked by Boise.
a spike from Boise. Capital does save it. And then Boise saves a spike. Capital playing solid defense on this. And it ends right there. 5-point game. Yale Spoja serves again. A save from Amber Price. And then Boise spikes it back with a successful block by Capital, but a save from Boise. And it hit the scoreboard.
Very good block there, Mac, by Gracie Strickland, number 11.
Beautiful defense by both teams there.
Number 2, Kim Lilacs coming in for Strickland.
And will serve. A good save. Point will go to Boise. Capital's coach did want net violation, but they did not get it. Number 4, Charlie Self comes in for Yale Spoja. And ball was inbounds. Another point to Boise.
Scores now Boise 13, Capital 7.
Number 6, Katie Cooper, serving for Boise. And a block by Boise, but they get it back over.
It's up in the sky.
Hits the wall. Kim Lilacs flew right into it.
Valiant effort on Kim Lilacs' part to go get the ball.
Katie Cooper to serve the ball for Boise again. And Boise just barely gets it back over the net, and then Lydia Walker puts it right into the net. And a timeout taken by Boise. That was a great attempt to save the ball by Kim Lilacs.
Yes, it was,
Running
Mac.
full speed to that wall and did not stop.
You see this effort being put through by the Eagles, Mac. Let's just hope they keep it up and get some points from it.
Both teams have broken their huddle. Katie Cooper to serve again for Boise. And point will go to Boise, I believe that was number 12, Julian Sage, who had a double hit.
Or a lift in volleyball speak.
Yeah, that. And a good diving effort by number 6, Katie Cooper, but you can't quite make it to the ball. It'll be Capital's ball once again. And Samantha Wells will come in for Gracie Juandalderes, and Samantha Wells will serve.
Valiant effort by Capital to get it back over.
Spike from Boise, but it's saved by Capital. Just barely tipped over. Kim Lilacs could not get there. Point will go back to Boise. Score now 17-8. Boise on top.
Kim Lilacs putting forth that, you know, the crazy defensive effort, Mac.
Kellen Hayes serves for Boise. And a diving effort by Lydia Walker to save that ball. She can't quite get there. It's now a 10-point game in Boise's favor. Successful block by Boise, but Capital does save it. They send it right back.
Katie Black,
Cooper.
the star of the
Or,
game.
no, yeah, Katie Black.
Katie Black, the star of the game, with another kill.
She has been insane all day.
She has.
Kellen Hayes serving again. And the ball goes out of bounds. And a timeout taken by Capital again. It looks like Boise's run away with this one. Score 20-8. Boise on top. They need 5 more to win it. Capital's still not quite out of it yet. If they can get their defense going and rally it up, they can take this win. Boise scores 5 more points. They take this win.
Capital not out of the woods yet, but not out of the game either. Stay tuned for more action. Boise breaks the huddle. Both teams ready for some more action.
And number 4, Faith Holly, will come in for number 2, Kim Lilacs. And Katie Black will come out for number 11, Carly Lewis. Boise pulling their star player out to rest a little bit. Diving attempt by Faith Holly to get that ball. No one else able to get it after she hits it up in the air. Boise with another point. Abigail Sullivan moved a little too far and the ball became out of reach. 3 more points for Boise to win this game. Boise with another point. Spiked it into the back corner. Boise does, Capital saves it that time, puts it into no man's land. Gains them another point. Score now 23-9. And
Good play there by
couple
Lydia Walker.
substitutions. Number 10, Kesa Peterson, and number 13, Katie Lindemood come in for number 3, Lydia Walker came in. Number 10, Kesa Peterson went out, and number 1, Amber Price went out, and Capital's got themselves another point.
Jillian Shade with a great serve there. Can Capital's offense rally back, Matt?
Gets over the net. And another point for Capital as they're fighting their way back into this. A 12-point game now. And another point goes to Boise. They get this next one. They will win the game.
It's a game point for Boise.
Another substitution. Number 8, Yale Spoja comes in for number 4, Charlize Self. And number 15, Olivia Overo. Overo will serve for what could be the last time today for Boise.
Good effort being put up by Capital. Good block!
Capital got themselves another point. They keep themselves alive.
Great block there by Katie Linwood.
And number 4, Faith Holly comes out for number 11, Gracie Strickland for the Eagles, and Lydia Walker will serve for Capital. And Boise will get the point. They have won this game, sweeping Capital in their sophomore, JV, and varsity games with a final score of Boise 25, Capital 12.
Katie Black, the unofficial MVP of this game, put up a real show today.
Both teams played strong. Boise did come out with all the wins. Capital will start off this year 0-1. Boise 1-0. That will do it for today's game. I'm Mac Noltensmeyer.
Alongside Aaron Holt, this has been KCHS TV.
We'll see you next time.